Hi guys, I'm back again to do another hair video. Somebody got on my channel and requested they wanted me to do a 3-barrel curling iron tutorial. So I've seen two different looks done with this. You can do a beach wave, and then I've seen some people try and do a vintage wave. So I was thinking about doing one side one way and one the other way. So we can try that out. And this is a ion 3-barrel curling iron. It's just heating up right now. It has the on and off and then the plus and minus. I have it only at 360 just because I don't want to put too much heat on my hair. And that being said, I am using this stuff called Main Magic 10-in-1 primer. So it smells really good. My hair was just braided in pigtails, so that's why it's a little wavy, but this stuff smells really good. It's supposed to protect it from heat. It's super soft. I don't know if it's like, they say it's like a hairspray everything in one. I don't know if it really holds like that, but I thought I'd try it today and see how it held the 3-barrel waves. And so I'm excited to do that. And I think most people, when they do this, they split it in layers and do one section and one section, and that gives you a beachy wave look. So I think what I'm going to try and do is one side kind of the beachy wave look and one maybe a vintage style, see if I can pull off a vintage wave, because I've always loved vintage waves. Other people just call them waves, but they're really pretty, so I will try those out. So it should be hot enough now. So I'm going to basically just take one layer. So I'm sectioning it in half, so I've got a top half and I've got a bottom half. The braids did make it kind of wavy already, but let's see the wave pattern of the... Why am I struggling with this? Anyway, let's do this. I don't usually split my hair anymore. I used to do one layer when I flat ironed, and I'm trying not to flat iron because I don't want to add too much heat to my hair because I felt like the bottom layer had thinned out. Okay, let's do this. When all else fails, do a semi-bun. All right, so I'm going to brush this out just to get some of that kink out. All right, and I sprayed, and I'll put a link below to all the tools I'm using if you're interested. So I'm starting at the root, and then kind of going down. I'm trying to match the wave pattern in the barrel so it's not a big gap. It looks kind of neat. So I'm going to do the other section. I left a back section here. And I'm just taking small sections, like 1/2 inch. And these sections are pretty thin because I'm doing 2 layers. And you can just kind of follow the wave pattern. You can see where it ends and just gradually go down. You just watch it. You can see it there. So that looks kind of interesting. And then now I'm going to do this funny top layer. And actually I think I'm going to split this in 2 just for fun because there's a lot of hair here, and let's just see what it does. And then I'm just going to grab, what I should have done is just clip this away, this bottom layer. So let me flick that back. I think I grabbed part of it. That's okay. You can see it. There we go. So I'll flick that back. I'm going to just use this hair clip to kind of push it back so I don't go on top of it. All right. So I'm going to take probably half of this. I'm starting kind of close to the top. And then I'm just going down and following the wave pattern. Kind of neat. Okay, and then I'm going to do it again on the next piece. And 360 seems really hot, so if you have fine hair, I probably wouldn't go hotter, and definitely use a heat protectant like I used. If you do this every day, it's definitely going to thin out your hair. So it's got an interesting wave to it. And let's do the last layer, and I'm just going to take this clip, add this to it, just to get it out of the way. Do comb through. Okay. This piece is pretty thick, so I'm going to start from the back this time, which is what I would normally do. I'm not sure why I started from the front. And you can kind of see the wave pattern and then move it down slowly so that it's even. And for the beachy wave look, I don't think it even has to be exact or even. It's not like we're doing the vintage wave side. We'll probably worry more about that when we get on the other side. So I'm going to split this further into another section. And you can kind of see the iron there. And then I've got this last piece. And I'm not really watching it too carefully because I want it to be a loose wave. So it actually looks kind of neat. Let's take all these sections out. Let's just run our hands through it. So if I wanted to wear it like a loose beachy wave, I think I would just add some. I'm using a coconut oil. Just put it on the ends so they don't look dry and sparse. And just kind of scrunch up. Actually looks kind of neat. It's kind of different. You decide. You let me know below if you like this wave pattern. So this is my attempt at a beachy wave on my hair. It's got a long horseshoe cut and some Betty bangs which are growing out, but it's kind of got a cute look to it. Now if I was gonna, because this is more of a beachy wave, I'm messing it up, I'm scrunching it, I want that volume. So on this side, I'm gonna try to do more of a sculpted wave and see if it works. And if it does, it would be kind of cool because you'd have a curling iron that does it all. Okay, comb through. So for this one, I'm not taking layers this way, but I'm taking sections this way. So I'm going to clip this so it's out of the way, and once again I'm going to take like ½ an inch to an inch. I feel like an inch is too big, but because I like to see the wave, but we'll try it out. So I'm also going to be I'm going to attempt to use the bigger hair clips to set it at the end and see if we can get something interesting happening. And there we go. I'm going to take it right to the end. You can see the tips, and I'm just going to go like that just to seal them. It's got like a really neat pattern to it. So this one I'm taking a little more care, and I'm not splitting it in half. I'm taking it widthwise, as you can see, like this. Taking a ½ an inch to an inch. I don't want it too wide. And sectioning that off just to make it really easy. I'm starting from the top and I'm going down. And you can actually see where the barrel ends and just kind of move the curling iron down to it if you want to be as precise as possible, but I think you might give yourself a nervous breakdown if you're trying to be that kind of wave. Right? And we'll start again. And it's quite wide, so you can take a wide section of hair and definitely do this. So if you're doing a really fast, loose, beachy wave. Okay. And this may or may not work for like a vintage type style. I'm going to do it and then you can decide if you like it. But there we go. Oh, I don't know what I was doing there, sorry. Too many mirrors, a little clash. Okay, you can see I have it right at the end. And I'm only holding it for like maybe a couple seconds. And like I said, it's set at 360, so for me that's hot enough. You can play with the heat settings. If you have hard to hold hair, definitely use a styling solution beforehand. Don't burn your hair, you know, and if you're only going to hold it for a second or less, then it's okay, I think, to go higher in the heat. Otherwise, the wear and tear on your hair, it is going to thin it out and it's going to cause breakage. And I had that happen to me doing my flat ironing every day and not really thinking about it. Okay, so we definitely have a beautiful tight pattern. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what I would do if I was doing a wave with my vintage stuff, do a wide tooth comb. It's quite tight, so I'm going to see if I can do something interesting and sculpt it with my, whoops, I'm going to use my bigger clips actually. See if we can do something. Hey, it may not work. If it doesn't, now you know. But it definitely works for the loose beachy wave and for like an everyday run around. It's got a nice flow to it, which is just something interesting. Okay, so for this, for my vintage wave, I'm kind of setting it and I'm going like tighter than I normally would. I'm using more clips, but I'm pulling this out a little bit. And I went kind of in opposite directions. So here, whoops, I just like it to be at a certain starting point when it's on my hair. So then I'm going to use a medium hold spray. This is the Ion humidity resistant finishing. You can use it before or after, so it's a kind of a 2-in-1. And I love this. I'm going to add a little on this side just to help hold. Ooh, you definitely can see that volume. It's got like a fun kind of maybe 80s look. I don't know. It's kind of neat though. All right. So this one we're going to give it a few minutes to kind of hold. You can see. All right. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. So I left it for about 5 minutes and I'm really not sure if it's just going to work, but while I was waiting, I took some pomade and I put that on the corners of this and on the ends of my beach wave. Now I don't have a lot of layers, so for no layers this is kind of neat, but if you had a lot of layers it would be really full and kind of this loose curl. So I'm going to take these out now. I think 5 minutes was good, so it's just a test. And it definitely sculpted it a little bit more like when I do my vintage wave. You can see the difference. So I'll take some pomade and I'm going to sculpt that a little bit. And I like to put it on my ends, either the coconut milk serum or the pomade or both, just so they don't look dry, frizzy, and they're less separated looking. So it's quite interesting. This one's got like a kind of fun, wild vibe. You've got all these tiny little curls in here. And then this one's got a more sculpted, definitely the long clips. Is it true vintage? I don't know, but then I'm not. So I don't really care. I just do my own style and what I love, and I kind of like it. I think this would look neat, you know? So 2 different looks. I had combed out both. This one I fluffed up more. I let go loose. If I had layers, this would really be like a lot more volume. I mean, it's got a lot of volume now, but it would still be kind of interesting. So you've got these cute little wave pieces. And then this one's definitely more sculpted. It gives the vibe of that vintage look. Whoops, I shouldn't mix all the hair together. So now I'm going to have to figure out which one to wear today and redo one side. All right. Well, I hope this video was helpful and you learned something, or if you have better tips, be sure to put them in my comments. This was an experiment for me. It was my first time using this. I've had it forever and I wanted to do a tutorial, and basically I was more interested in doing kind of a vintage look to see if I could do something quick and fast, and I think I might have gotten something interesting here where I could. I definitely would use these long clips to sculpt it more. and the pomade. And definitely use a heat protector overall. But this one has kind of got a cool, loose vibe, which would be fun for summer. I like both. So you decide. So thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And I have more videos coming on this channel. So thank you for watching. Okay, bye-bye.